Have you ever thought about what really happens when a narcissist can't control, manipulate, or rule an empath any longer? What do they do when they see that their normal methods of emotional blackmail, gaslighting, and guilt-tripping don't work anymore? When an empath doesn't give up, break, or get caught in a narcissist's poison web, the narcissist doesn't act the way you might think they would. Nothing as simple as irritation or anger does it. It's something much stranger. A narcissist loves being in charge. They need to feel important, to control the story, and to get other people to do what they want. That's why it makes them feel bad when they meet an empath who stands firm and won't be misled. There is no way for them to handle things when they are not in charge. They don't stop acting badly when they leave. Instead, they act even worse. Their mask starts to come off, showing the real darkness inside. Their actions become desperate, unpredictable, and sometimes even scary. You can see the real them in these times, the side they work so hard to hide from everyone else. The shocking truth is that a narcissist's behavior doesn't stop when they're done with an empath. It gets worse. Gets twisted in ways that make it hard to say anything. They lash out and plan, and sometimes they hurt themselves in the process. They can't stand the fact that they no longer have power over someone they thought would always be under their control, no matter what they do. Today, we're going to pull back the cover and show you the truth. I'm going to show you 6 disgusting signs that a narcissist is done fighting an empath. Please stay with me until the end. You need to be aware of these behaviors, whether you've seen them happen or just want to be ready for what might happen. If you think this information is helpful, please support this message by liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and sharing this item to make more people aware of it. We give ourselves and others more power to break free when we understand these harmful patterns. The frightening truth about what narcissists do when they realize they can't control an empath is about to be revealed. Number 1. A firm rejection of truth and empathy. Being completely against empathy, morals, and divine truth is one of the scariest and most unsettling signs that someone is a narcissist who is given in to darkness. Many narcissists already find it hard to feel real empathy or regret, but those who fully accept how destructive they are on a whole other level. They don't just lie, trick, or influence to get what they want. They enjoy hurting other people. Making people hurt is no longer just a way for them to get what they want. Turns into something they enjoy, something that keeps them going, and something they're proud of. At this point, they are not just angry people who are acting out because of their own hurts or bad experiences as children. This is a much darker shade of something. They have chosen on purpose to turn away from love, kindness, and any kind of greater truth. They no longer feel guilty or ashamed. They no longer don't know what is right or wrong. They don't want to be healed, forgiven, or change. Instead, they choose a road that only serves their own dark and selfish wants. Have you ever been around someone who made you feel cold, empty, and not at all warm? Someone who doesn't seem to be linked to anything good, pure, or real. Who is that person whose energy is almost dead but also dangerous? That's the scary truth about an ego who is past this point where they can't go back. They don't put on a kind face anymore. They no longer act like they care. They don't even try to act like they feel things they don't. To the contrary, they are proud of their lack of humanity and use it against people who do have it. It's even scarier that they don't care about humanity or the truth. This doesn't make them weak, it makes them dangerous. Anyone can do anything if they don't feel guilty, sorry, or connected to anything other than their own selfish wants. They see people as things that can be used or thrown away and should serve them in any way they choose. What if someone doesn't want to play along? They will do anything to hurt them, whether it's physically, mentally, or spiritually. Number 2, a need for power at all costs. As a narcissist goes deeper into evil, their need to be in charge never ends. Lying, twisting the truth, and playing mind games may have started out as easy ways to get what you want, but they turn into much worse things over time. No longer is it just about getting their way in little things. It turns into a matter of full and total control. They don't just want to change people's minds. Their goal is to take over people's minds. They want to change reality to make it fit what they want. At this point, a narcissist doesn't just like being in charge, they need it. It's what they eat. They like chaos and damage because it keeps them in charge. It's easier for a narcissist to take over when people question themselves and lose touch with reality. They will make up lies that are so big and complicated that even the people they trick start to wonder what is real and what is not. If they think they are the only one who knows the truth, they will lie, trick, and twist everything until they get it. Then they know they can do whatever they want to the person. What's even scarier about this level of power-seeking is that it's no longer just about feeding their ego. This goes against the natural rules and the core of divine truth. True power, the kind that comes from God, is based on truth, love, and free will. People can think for themselves, choose for themselves, and live their own lives. All of that is rejected by an ego who has really given in to darkness. People don't want other people to have free will. They don't want other people to think, believe, or feel the same way they do. They want you to completely give in. They want devotion without any doubts. To obey them, you have to do nothing. And if they have to cheat, lie, betray, or hurt other people to do it, they're going to do it. If they have to sell their soul, join forces with total darkness, or give up all the humanity they once had, they won't think twice. 'Cause power is the most important thing to them. Being in charge is the most important thing. And the scariest part? Doesn't bother them in any way. They don't think there will ever be any costs. They think that no one can hurt them as long as they are in charge and have power. They don't understand, though, that no one can always avoid the truth. Truth always wins in the end, no matter how hard they try to change it. Third, open joking about God and all things holy. One of the scariest and most obvious signs that a narcissist has given up all hope is that they make fun of God, faith, and everything holy. Many narcissists use religion to control others by claiming to be holy, using scripture to explain their actions, or putting on a false moral front. Narcissists who have completely given up on evil go even further. They don't just twist religion to get what they want, they hate it. Anything pure, holy, or spiritually significant is looked down upon by them. Even though these narcissists say they are spiritual, what they say and do shows that they are not. They act like they are above God's rule and can't be hurt by a higher power. They don't believe in fault, punishment, or responsibility. They see themselves as gods. Everyone, even God, they think, makes the rules and no one can tell them otherwise. Not only is this haughtiness, but it's also a rejection of all truth and fact. They think they are in charge and have the most power. They also think that nothing, not even the forces of hell, can bring them down. But this assumption is the biggest lie of all. No matter how hard someone tries to believe they are not going to be judged, divine truth will always find them. Reality stays the same no matter how much they make fun of religion, misinterpret the Bible, or laugh at the idea of justice. They may think they can break the moral rules and never have to deal with the results, but in the end, their actions will catch up with them. There will be no one to blame but them when it does. When someone hits this point, they are no longer just a manipulator or a selfish person with bad habits. They've changed into something much worse. They have done something wrong that can't be fixed. They have rejected not only goodness and truth, but also their own humanity. Even though they might not know it yet, the way they have chosen will end badly for them. It will happen, and they will have to answer for every choice they made, whether they are aware of it or not. For the campaign to spread lies starts. Even when a narcissist knows they can't control an empath and that their normal tricks of manipulating, making the empath feel guilty, and playing emotional games don't work anymore, they don't just give up. They don't just leave without a word. Instead, they switch to a new, even more sneaky plan, smearing people's reputations. They will kill the empath in other ways if they can't break them directly. This is the start of the smear effort. Starts off slowly, almost undetectable at first. Some whispered comments here and there, hints dropped into talks, and small doubts planted in the minds of people they both know and like. The narcissist carefully makes up a story that makes them look like the victim and the empath like the bad guy. To get people to hate the empath, they change reality by changing events, lying, and manipulating the truth. The empath then starts to notice that other people are acting in strange ways. The nice and friendly people who used to be close to them start to act distant. Friends who have known each other for a long time hesitate, avoid eye contact, and talk briefly. Things that used to feel like strong support start to fall apart. Speculations spread, but it's not clear where they came from. People who used to believe in the empath now doubt them. But don't get it wrong, this is not a mistake. There is no mistake or chance involved in this. This is an attack that was planned and thought out. Behind the scenes, the narcissist is ruining the well to make sure that they can still control the people around them even if they can't get close to the empath. Their easy goal is to keep the empath alone, get other people to hate them, and stay in charge even if they are not there. The narcissist is very good at playing the victim. They tell sad stories about how they were hurt, how they were betrayed or mistreated. They carefully choose their words to make people feel sorry for them, making it seem like they were the one who was hurt. Each talk they have and every lie they tell is meant to make the empath look like the abuser while they are the one who is actually not guilty. Narcissists often work against people without them knowing. People suddenly stop treating you well, or friends or family turn against you for no reason. There is a good chance that a narcissist has been working against you. It's possible for them to smile at you while smearing your name behind your back. They might act like they are hurt while making sure that other people see you as the problem. This kind of attack on the mind can be very bad. It's possible for the empath to feel alone, hurt, and totally lost. The narcissist's lies can only last for so long, though. The mask finally comes off. In the end, the truth comes out. People who believe the narcissist's lies will see them for what they really are when that day comes. 5. The power of silence. One day, a narcissist will realize that all of their normal tricks have not worked. They've tried using threats, guilt trips, gaslighting, and even direct violence, but nothing has worked. No matter what happens, the empath stays true to themselves and doesn't give in to the narcissist's toxic loop. The narcissist has only one choice at this point: the quiet attack. Narcissists often use silence to get a response, but this isn't that kind of silence. This is something much colder and more planned. It just goes away completely. They disappear from the empath's life, making it impossible for them to talk to anyone else. There will be no calls, texts, or social media conversations. If they really want to, they could stop the empath completely, making it impossible for them to get in touch. This is meant to be very clear. You don't exist to me anymore. This silence isn't a way to heal or move on. It's one last try to take charge. The narcissist wants the empath to feel bad when they suddenly stop being there for them. They want them to feel alone and to wonder if they made the right choice, if they were too harsh, or if they got the narcissist's motives wrong. They want the empath to be alone and think too much, wondering if they've lost something important. This is how they hurt you without speaking or doing anything, by just not being there. But here's the truth. This quiet isn't a sign of power. It's not the narcissist who has control over things. That is, in fact, their final loss. Narcissists run away when they have tried every trick in the book and still can't get back in charge. They leave not because they want to move on, but because they have nothing more to fight over. Their words and deeds don't mean what they used to, and they can't control anyone anymore. But the narcissist doesn't understand that their quiet is a gift for the empath. The empath is finally free now that trickery isn't going on all the time. You don't have to worry about what other people think, walk on eggshells, or play endless mental games. Brings peace to the narcissist, even though they think their loss will hurt. The empath can't go back once they see this. The narcissist might try to come back later, but the empath will have healed, moved on, and taken full control by then. 6. The search for more water. A narcissist can't do anything without being praised. Their whole sense of self is based on getting approval from others, being noticed all the time, and being able to control the people around them. They go into full fear mode as soon as they lose their main source of support, especially an empath who used to see the good in them. They can't just think about their own things. They can't think about what they did. They can't face the fact that they are empty. They do what they always do, which is to look for someone else. This is when the crazy search starts. They might start dating someone new almost overnight and post pictures of their perfect new partner all over social media. They might hang out with new people who make them feel good about themselves, tell them what they want to hear, and don't push them in any way. From the outside, it might look like they've moved on with their lives, are happier than ever, and have found someone who gets them better than the empath ever did. Don't let this fool you, though. This isn't love. This is not good for you. This is not being happy. This is putting out fires. A narcissist is not happy about a fresh start. Instead, they are trying hard to hide their loss. They are trying very hard to show themselves and everyone else that they are still in charge. That people still want them. That their feelings were never really changed when the empath left. But they know the truth deep down behind the carefully put together front. Their loss is something they can't get back. They know that the person they lost saw them, understood them, and loved them in a real way. They also know that no matter how many new people they meet or how much approval they seek, the empath who left will never fill the hole. This cycle will keep going as the narcissist moves from person to person looking for the same amount of love and admiration they had before. They will never find it, though. There is more to an empath than just love. They give depth, sincerity, and connection. That is something that an ego can never get back. Know that you've won if you've ever seen any of these signs. Narcissists have lost because they act in such a disgusting way. They can try to change the past, make you look like the victim, smear your name, or just disappear, but that doesn't change the fact that you got away. That is something they will never really get over. If this video spoke to you, please let me know what you think. Do you know of anyone who has seen a narcissist show these signs after fighting an empath? Leave your thoughts in the comments. I read all of them. If you thought this message was important, please like, subscribe, and share this movie so that other people can see these signs and stay safe. Till then, stay strong, aware, and remember that they tried very hard to take away your power.